Good morning. Whew. Well, good morning, everyone. It's so good to be with you today. I'm Reverend Tamara Rossander, and I have the joy of serving you as your spiritual director. Yay, thank you. And thank you for coming out on this sunny Sunday. I know it's hard. It's always when the sun comes out here in the Lower Mainland, it's wanting to get outside and do something. So this morning we're going to kick off our normal way, and we have some new songs today, everyone. So here we go.
So I'd like to invite you to stand if you're willing and able. And this one is May All Beings Be Happy. May all beings be happy, and may all beings be at peace. May all be free from suffering, and may all be free from pain. May all beings be happy, and may all beings be at peace. May all be free from suffering, and may all be free from pain. May all beings be happy, and may all beings be at peace. May all be free from suffering, and may all be free from pain. One last time. May all beings be happy, and may all beings be at peace. May all be free from suffering, and may all be free from pain. May all beings be happy. May all beings be happy. One last time. May all beings be happy.
Thank you, Michelle. Oh my gosh, I love it when, I know, I love it. Michelle changes us up. It's great. Got to keep you guys all on your toes, because I never like anything about change at all, right? So, well, as we start today by saying whether you're here in this room or maybe you're curled up at home on your sofa and Zoom, or you're joining us later on YouTube, you are seen, you're welcome, and we're very glad you're here today. And a special wave to our Zoom community, our practitioner Catherine, who's holding loving space for you online today. And if this is your first time, welcome. Welcome. Truly, truly, truly welcome, because please know that your presence makes a difference here. And we have our board president who's just walking there, waving her hand, Sandy, because if you're new, she will give you a welcome package, and she doesn't bite, I promise. She might even make you laugh. Yeah, well, maybe after midnight, yeah, but she might make you laugh. But before we go any further, let's just take a moment to pause and honor this land that we gather on, the unceded territories of the Coast Salish peoples, including Semiahmoo, Katsi, and Kwantlen nations. We give thanks for their care of these lands and the waters, and we hold this acknowledgement as a step toward right relationship, towards listening, and towards shared responsibility. Just taking that in for a moment. Thank you. And now, why are we here at this place, here at CSL White Rock? It's because here we work towards being an open and affirming community. And we do things a little differently, yes. We're a place for spiritual learning and growth, but we're also a place where you can laugh, where you can be real, where you can show up exactly as you are and know that you belong. We are rooted in the science of mind. It's a spiritual philosophy that honors the wisdoms found in all faith traditions. But more than that, we're a community that believes you are the architect of your life, that it is never too late to know true happiness, and that each of us is a unique expression of that divine essence, and that our work here is simply to awaken to that truth, to live from the inside out, to be peace, to be love, and to bring our highest selves forward. And you know what? I like to have a little bit of fun along the way, so I hope you do too. So whether you're here for deep growth or connection, or maybe even a little bit of inspiration, or maybe because somebody dragged you this morning and you're being a good sport, you're welcome here. You belong with us. There is a place for you in this circle, in this space. So let's have a beautiful morning together. And now I'd like to bring up Jill to do our announcements.
I like showing up just the way I am. Good morning, beautiful people. Very beautiful day, wonderful faces. Thank you so much for being here today. And guess what I did? I did a little membership drive this morning, and just by running around and talking to a few little people, I've got 12 new members. 12 new members, and all of those members are going to the AGM on March 29th. And if they can't, they can give a proxy. So it's wonderful to have them. And please see me or Diane after. We just have to write your name down just like this, and you're in. That's it. That's how easy it is. $20 for membership. That is optional because we would just love to have you there. And learn all about what's been going on and what's going to be happening at our AGM on March 29th. Okay, today we are going to have a membership meeting right after, but we're not going to do that. We just are going to do that next Sunday because that's a better day to do it. We just know it's just going to be very, it'll be the cherry on top of the cake. So please join us next Sunday for that after our get together. And the 40 days to freedom, it's still not too late to join. This is a great check-in every day that we can have. If you haven't joined already, you're still available. You can jump in just on day 12, 14, 21, whatever it is. However, if you do register, you'll get for the first 4 days, and then you'll pick up from the day that you signed up. So that's great. And there is an ebook that goes with it. If you want it, you do not have to have it, but if you do, you can actually order that ebook online. I think it's about $20 Canadian. Yeah. Evening Sacred Circle with our wonderful practitioner, Liv. Yes, and that'll be happening on Tuesday, March 10th at 7 to 8:30, and the Zoom link is on our website. Beautiful time to share this time with this wonderful practitioner, teaching, learning, and sharing. And I can skip over that because we all know about memberships. Oh, and if you can't see us and you really want to pay your money immediately, there's a beautiful QR code right over there on the whiteboard, and you can just go up there and go click, click, and you can pay your money there as well. There's all these options, and you online people, you know what you can do? You can just put your name in the chat box and send it to us, and we'll register you as well. So that would be a very good idea. All these ideas are bursting forth and coming out from this incredible human expression. Exactly. I was in a prac meeting or I was with some practitioners the other day. Anyways, you know what? I think I'm done. So please check out the whiteboard for more information. Did I miss anything? I don't think I did. Oh, potluck is always, always, always the third Sunday every month, no matter what. No matter what you read in the newsletter, or if I go up here and do something wrong, any of those sorts of things, it's always the third Sunday. Oh, don't say that. Anyways, I think that's everything. And I would like to welcome up my beloved prac sister, Georgia. Come and see me if you want to register.
Thanks, sweetie. Oh, good morning. So I'm Georgia Neekin, and I'm one of the practitioners here, as Jill said. 47 years ago today, I was hanging out in a hospital trying to give birth to twins. And Norman was there, and he was following the rules, saying, "Do you want to play cards?" Didn't work too well. Didn't go down too well. And we only had 2 days' notice, so it was quite shocking. Yeah, that's right. I was hoping I didn't miss dinner hour. Okay, so let's get centered and calm ourselves down for this time to be calm and centering ourselves. Both feet on the floor, hands relaxed in your lap. And notice the noise around you and within you. You might want to put a hand on your heart if you wish, or one on your belly, or just hands gently relaxed. Begin to breathe slowly. Breathe deeply. Try to quiet the inner noise. In, out, deep, slow. Calm, ease, smile, release. In Buddhism, it's said that in and out means breathing in. I know that breathing in and breathing out. I know that I'm breathing out. It's a simple recognition of what's happening. An in-breath and then an out-breath. You are your in-breath. Notice the expansion as you breathe in and the contraction or release as you exhale. You are your out-breath. As you become one with your in-breath, concentration occurs. You are free of any intentions to judge, find fault, reject, or cling. And you maintain the freedom in relation to whatever's happening. Breathe in, breathe out. Bring awareness to the space around you as you notice your connection with the energy of your breath and anything in your surroundings. Notice the physical sensations and emotions and anything that offers you energy, special objects, your pets. Maybe it's the trees. Maybe hearing the birds outside your window. Whatever it is you notice. Now bring your awareness to what your heart desires for the world today. For the healing, for the wholeness, for justice for all beings. In your mind, come back to your inner source. And with the energy of that around you, you can begin to craft or create a new thought, or prayer, or a wish, or an intention that speaks to your heart's desire. Looking within at the light, and allow yourself to notice a new idea, or a wish, or a prayer. Breathe in, breathe out. As you allow the words to flow in your mind. Today we want to create a world where we are fully seen, a valued world, where we fully and are able to fully see in value the value of all beings and all the various identities as they walk in the world. I'm now sharing a prayer from Michelle Cassandra Johnson, who's an amazing activist and very gifted author and poet. Dear highest self, I want to work to create spaces that are focused on seeing my own humanity and my highest purpose for the collective good for all beings. I will create spaces focused on connecting others to their shared humanity. By building relationships and community, I will be aware of my identities and how they are affecting a space and my experience. Breathe in, breathe out. To use this awareness to understand there are multiple truths that exist, I make space for all of these multiple truths to be expressed or heard. I make space for that is liberatory in nature and focused on freedom and justice for all beings. Today we want that wish for all humans on this planet and all beings. Breathe in, breathe out. Concentrate on the steady light and your highest self. Continue to breathe in and breathe out. Quiet the inner noise. Breathe in, breathe out. In, out. Deep, slow. As the light of the world kisses the light of the heart, and each breath shines, the light of the world kisses the light of the heart, and each breath shines. Mark Nepo, 7,000 Ways to Listen. Breathe in, breathe out. In, out. Deep, slow. Calm, ease. Smile, release. Now I want you to bring yourself back into the room, into the center, and remember throughout the day just to breathe. Whether you're sitting or walking, go back to the breath and pause, and remember the light that shines within, and notice your highest self and its connection with spirit. And you may wish to write down your intention or prayer or wish that you created today. Namaste.
Hello again. This is a Karen Drucker song. I will surrender. Oops. I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith. And I am stronger every moment, every day. My mind is willing and my heart is open wide. I trust my instincts and let spirit be my guide. I vow to live a life that's real and pure and free. As I continue walking in this mystery, I surrender to my greatest, highest good. I release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith. And I am grateful every moment, every day. There may be walls, there may be roadblocks in my way, but I can choose to take a higher path each day. And now I know that what I thought was safe and sound was only habit and regret. take is taken in pure faith. And I am kinder every moment, every day. And I'm more loving every moment, every day. And I surrender every moment, every day.
That is beautiful. Yeah, that's amazing. I surrender. Thank you, Michelle. You always come up with the right perfect song. Thank you. And you do it so beautifully. I hope you take that in. You're good. That is so good. Well, this morning, I am starting off with a question. And this is a question that's been living in me lately. What if? Just what if? What if the thing we've been told that is impossible isn't? What if the future we're afraid to hope for is closer than we think? What if, and I know this might sound like something out of a children's book, but what if imagination isn't escape, but it's instruction? So this month, we're leaning into the question, what if? And today, because we're starting what the Centers for Spiritual Living.org is calling the collective outer peace, we're asking it together, out loudly and in community. The contemplative question for this week is one I hope you may carry with you long after you leave this room today. And the question is, and this ties into what Jill was talking about and what Georgia was talking about, what kind of world could we build together if we truly believed anything was possible? What kind of world could we build together if we truly believed anything was possible? Not if we're a hard worker, not if we got our act together, not if we, this is my favorite, not if we finally figured out how to be a better person. It's what if I believed? What if I trusted? What if I imagined from a place of deep, abiding faith that anything, I mean anything, was possible? So a few weeks ago, I was walking through my neighborhood going to get groceries, just a regular Tuesday, what I do. And I passed in our area here in White Rock, there's a few vacant lots. You know the ones, sometimes there's chain link fences, weeds, the kind of places sometimes I don't really see because I've just trained myself to look past them because I don't see the beauty in them. But for some reason on this day, I don't know why, maybe the light was different or I just slowed down enough that day that I stopped and I thought, what if? What if the lot became a community garden? What if kids learned to grow food there? What if neighbors who'd never spoken to each other ended up side by side, planting tomatoes, talking about their lives? And I kept walking, went into the store, bought my oat milk and avocados, and came home. But that what if didn't leave me. It walked with me. And here's what I'm starting to understand, that this little question, what if, isn't just daydreaming. It's not a distraction from the real work. It is the work. Because here's the thing I sometimes forget. Everything exists in our world. Every building, every book, every law, every act of kindness, every movement of justice started as a what if in someone's imagination. Someone looked at the world where only some people could vote and said, what if everybody had a voice? Someone looked at our residential schools, that painful, not so distant part of our story, and said, what if we raised our children differently? What if we honored every culture, every language, every way of knowing and being? And then someone looked at the way we treat the earth, like it's ours to use up and throw away, and said, what if we're part of it instead? What if the earth is sacred and we are the earth? Emma Curtis Hopkins, she said, one of our great teachers in our lineage wrote, imagination is the faculty by which we picture the good we desire. Imagination is the faculty by which we picture the good we desire. Not the bad we fear, not the worst case scenario we play over and over. I don't know if anybody else does that. I know I do. But it is the good we desire. And from Ernest Holmes, from The Science of Mind and Spirit, he said, when we use our creative imagination in strong faith, it will create for all of us, out of the one substance, whatever we have formed in thought. In this way, we become a co-creator with God. Did you catch that? Right? That co-creator with God. Not after we die, not if we're holy enough, but it's not when we finally figure it out. It is right now, today, right here. Every time we imagine, we really imagine with feeling, with faith. We're participating in the creative act of the universe. So there's a writer, Thomas Berry. He's a Catholic priest. If Terry was here, he would be happy to hear me quoting a Catholic priest who spent his life thinking about how humans relate to the earth. And he wrote something. I'm just going to read it to you because I think it matters. Tell the future generations that something new is happening, a new vision, a new energy, a new sacred story is coming into being. Tell them they must develop their inner vision we need if we are going to make the adjustments required for a viable future. Tell them they will meet great companions along the way, including those that burrow in the soil, fly in the air, and swim in the sea. Tell them to seek their role in this larger evolutionary process. Tell them that humans are always in the process of becoming, always opening to a greater life, if they can learn to see it. He's not talking about them, some distant generation. I think he's talking to us, right here, right now. He's saying, the world you want to see, it starts inside of us, in that quiet place where we can ask, what if? And here's where the science of mind gets really real. Ernest Holmes also wrote, all of the life is a state of eternal flow. Just that. All of life is in a state of eternal flow, which means that this part that stops me every time, that what if something weren't forcing into existence, is not trying to convince God to do something new. What if the flow was already moving? I think I have a picture of a nice, yeah, lovely. What if it's moving? Good, Michael is awesome. The question is, are we swimming with it? Are we standing on the bank, arms crossed, insisting the river should go a different way? Okay? When I ask what if, when I let myself really wonder, when I allow myself to really imagine and feel into what could be, I'm not making something happen out of nothing. I'm tuning into what is already trying to happen. I'm opening myself up to that flow that has been moving. That flow has been moving even before I took my first breath. And that was a long time ago. So yesterday we had our practitioner class. We have some wonderful human beings in that class, and I know all of you are wonderful, but it was a special day where we got to, rather than on Zoom, we got to have it in person. And one of our practitioners, we were talking about the difference between human love and divine love. And one of them said, I am in the flow of divine love when I am in the flow of life. I just stopped for a while and listened. Because here's what I realized in that moment. She was describing imagination. Just not the way we usually think of it. She was describing what it's like to be present, to be open, so in the flow that you can actually take the time to see what's emerging through you, around you, in the vacant lots, in the conversations we haven't had yet. So when she's in the flow of life, she's curious instead of being certain, and she's listening instead of fixing. When she's here instead of somewhere else, that's when she knows she is loved. Not because something descended from heaven, but we did talk about a perfect pillow. Inside joke, sorry. But because she finally stopped long enough to notice what's already here. That divine wisdom is always there. You know, and I get into that moment, I get like on Sundays, I'm good. I'm in that moment, I'm in the center, I'm ready to be inspirational. Then Monday comes around, it starts to get a little wiggly. Then Tuesday does hit on my way to the grocery store. And that's the day after the inspiration, after everything that goes, but that's when those old patterns start to rise up in me. The sharp world, the withdrawal, the walls start to go up. And that's where my imagination meets real life. Not the visioning session, not the meditation, not this quiet space where everything feels possible. It's in the kitchen at 6 p.m. when you're tired and hungry and just not your best self. Tuesday. And in that moment, every cell in our body wants to react. Where we're, I don't know about, you know, if everybody heard that word, hangry. Yeah. At 6 o'clock, I can get a little hangry. But then that is when I can ask myself, what if? What if I did something different? What if I took a breath first? What if I listened before I defended? Right? What if I let myself be curious instead of certain? I let go of that need to be right. That's imagination as well. That's the sacred work. This is where the flow of divine love meets the flow of real life, right there in that messy middle of the day or afternoon on Tuesday. And that's the holy part, the flow, and it moves through you, through that vacant lot, through every single one of us, whether we notice it or not. So when I ask myself, what if? I'm not escaping, I'm not daydreaming, I'm praying. I'm praying. It says, Spirit, show me where the flow is going and give me the courage to go there. So every month our home office, as I said earlier, puts out a guideline. And so this month they're talking about, the whole month we're talking about what if. And so the question I've been contemplating while I was writing this talk is, what if meditation, prayer, and affirmations aren't escapes, but they're the blueprints for spiritual engineering? I love that, blueprints. You know, you can picture the drawings, because a blueprint isn't the building, it's the vision of the building. It's the imagination made visible so that others can help bring it into being. Holmes says we become co-creators with God. And guess what? That's active. That's participation. So what if our spiritual practices aren't just about making us feel better? What if they're preparing us to remain and reimagine justice? What if our altars are also design tables for equity and belonging? What if the time we spend in silence is actually time we spend receiving instructions for how to live the world, how to live and love in the world. So that got me thinking about belonging. Because here's the thing about our blueprints. They're meant to be shared. Right? They don't build alone, especially spiritual traditions. I know every spiritual tradition I know says the same thing, but they use different words. We're in this together. We're stronger together. The divine shows up between us as much as within us. So, what if imagination isn't just about creating things? What if it's about connection? What if the world we're dreaming into being is the world where no one has to feel alone? Think about that. Every time you imagine a different way of being with someone, maybe it's softer, more open, or curious, you're not just changing yourself. You're changing that space between you, that energy. And every time you show up for someone in their Tuesday, not to fix them, but to be with them, you're building something stronger. You're building that connection. Every time you say, you know what, I've been there. This happened to me. You're not alone. You're building and imagining a world where belonging is possible. And that world, it starts here with us in this room, in this community. So I know, Jill, you're going to hear, this month is membership month, people, so you're going to hear a bit about membership. Which brings me back to the question we started with. What kind of world could we build together if we truly believed anything is possible? So what if the collective outer we're exploring this week isn't out there somewhere in Ottawa or the UN or some distant future waiting for us? What if it's here? What if it's us? So this month, membership month at our center, I've been sitting with a question. No, and I know I've had lots of questions this week. Not a question I'm going to answer for you, but one I want you to think about. What does community mean to you? Not what you've been told it should mean, not what it looks like on paper, but in your quietest, most honest moments. Where do you long, or what do you long for when you think about belonging? So I've been a member of this community for, since 2012. I can't do math, even though I used to be a banker. And I can tell you, sometimes it's been hard, sometimes it's been easy, and there's moments I've wanted to hide and not step forward. And there was times even where I didn't quite feel like I fit. I know that sounds surprising, but that is my own story. That is what I go through. And those moments, those old stories crept in when I felt like you're not enough, you're too much, they don't really see you. Those are those moments that I can lean into community, and this is what I learned. Belonging, real belonging, doesn't have to be about being perfect. You all allow me to show up real. So I hope in you allowing me to show up real, I allow you to show up real. So what if belonging is part of how the divine loves us through each other? What if the world we're imagining starts with a bunch of ordinary people saying yes to something extraordinary? What if you, exactly as you are, with all your doubts and questions and Tuesday struggles, are exactly who this community needs? So I don't need you to answer those questions today. I don't need to sign up for anything or commit to anything. It's just you can be with them. Because the kind of world we're imagining here at CSL White Rock is a world that works for all. The one where no one has to feel alone. The world starts with each of us getting honest and truly talking about what we long for. So here's my invitation this week. Your imagination is not separate from your spirituality. It's part of your divine toolkit. As you move through your day, pause and ask yourself, am I creating from fear or from faith? You can give your imagination a sacred assignment. You can choose one area in your life that maybe feels heavy or broken. Maybe it's a global issue. Maybe it's something in your community. Or maybe it's even a personal challenge that you've been carrying for a few years. And ask yourself, what if healing this was possible? What could that look like now? And please, please be gentle with yourselves and do not judge. Don't edit it. Don't tell yourself all the reasons that it can't happen. Just let yourself be in that place of imagination. But then there is that next step that I always talk about, is then the important part. Once you have that, take a small action. Maybe it's writing a letter, maybe it's inviting a conversation that you've been putting off, maybe it's supporting a local organization, or maybe it's seeing the divine in somebody that challenges you and looking at them through the eyes of God. So this week, you're invited to plant one seed of vision and water it with love, just like that. So let's take all of this, all of our what ifs, all of our imagination, all of our hopes and fears and Tuesday moment, let's take them into prayer and into that space where imagination meets divine presence. So if you're willing, close your eyes with me. And know there is only one life, one presence, one power. And it is at work in this universe and in our lives. It is the flow of divine love that moves through all things. Through the vacant lots, through the kitchen moments, through Sundays, through every single one of us, whether we notice it or not. This presence is infinite imagination, eternal creativity, the source of all things. And know that each one of us are one with that life. We are not separate from that. Know that each one of us are in the flow, and the flow is in me. The same spirit that imagined galaxies and being imagines through me. The same love that holds these planets in orbit holds me. As Emma Curtis Hopkins said, imagination is the faculty by which we picture the good we desire. It is the divine imagining through me. We are not separate, we are one. So I know that my imagination is not an escape, it is a prayer, it is participation, it is the divine dreaming through me, expressing through me. I realize that every what if I dare to ask opens a new door. So I take a pause and I create space for something new. I realize that I don't have to do this alone. That belonging is my birthright. So I realize that the world I long for is not somewhere else, someday down the road. It is right here, right now. I know this for myself, and I know it for each one of you here today. I'm so grateful for this time together. I'm grateful for this teaching, for this reminding of truth. As I release this word to that law of mind that always says yes, and yes again. I let it be, I let it go, and I ask you to join me in saying, and so it is. Thank you. We'll bring back Michelle.
So this is a fun Eddie Watkins Jr. song. some of you know he's one of my favorite singers. So I would like to invite you to stand up and move on this song with me. If you're willing and able, you're also allowed to sit. Anything is possible when you believe. Anything is possible when you believe. Faith can make a mountain move when you believe. Faith can make a mountain move when you believe. Don't you know that you can change your life when you believe? Don't you know that you can change your life when you believe in yourself? When you believe in yourself, when you believe in yourself, when you believe in yourself, when you believe, you're gonna make a miracle when you believe. You know you're gonna make a miracle when you believe. Everything you want, you got when you believe. You know everything you want, you got when you believe in yourself. When you believe in yourself, when you believe in yourself, when you believe in yourself, when you believe, well, I believe in me, so I believe in you. Since we believe in each other, there ain't nothing we can't do. Well, I believe in me, so I believe in you. Since we believe in each other, there ain't nothing we can't do. We can make a miracle, make a miracle. That's your part to sing along. We can make a miracle, make a miracle. We can make a miracle, make a miracle. We can make a miracle, make a miracle. We can make a miracle, make a no, you're singing with me. Sorry, not. We can make a miracle, make a miracle. We can make a miracle, make a miracle. We can make a miracle. You guys got it. Make a miracle. We can make a miracle, make a miracle. We can make a miracle, make a miracle. We can make a miracle, make a miracle. Awesome.
Woo! Thank you, Michelle. We can make a miracle. Make a miracle. Anything is possible. You need to use, our imagination. Oh, thank you. So here we are. I'm going to throw a little thing because I've talked about membership, but what I thought would be even better to talk about membership is that we have people in our community tell you what membership means to them. So I'd like to invite up Sandy. Yes. There you go.
Oh, hello, everybody. Can you hear me? No, probably not. Okay, so I did know this morning that I was going to be talking, but then I thought maybe she changed her mind because I didn't actually know when.
Oh, whoops.
So I was reading this morning, and this spoke to me in terms of why I am in community. It's a remnant of a poem. I learned from traveling alone that the load is really no lighter, for a lonely heart weighs more than a bag that can't be packed any tighter. And that speaks to me about community and about finding my tribe, my people. And while I agree and believe in many of the principles of science of mind, it's not really why I'm here. I'm here because of you. And I feel seen. I feel valued. I feel like I belong. And that is more than I have ever hoped for, to be perfectly honest. I didn't even realize that's what I was looking for until I found it. And so I want to thank everyone here, and I want you to know that what brought me to be president is that I made that first commitment of becoming a member. And I take my commitments very seriously, and they pull me forward. They create that momentum that brings me into that next thing. And it started with doing the dishes at potluck. And so I just encourage anyone who has that feeling like, hey, these might be my people, to become a member, because that is just part of the journey forward. Thank you.
Thank you. So now I'd like to bring up Rhonda. You guys are going to hear from 3 of our members. And notice all 3 are in our leadership.
Hi, everyone. So my name's Rhonda, and what membership means to me is, like Sandy says, a place where I feel like I sincerely belong. It didn't start out as me being comfortable standing up here in front of everyone. It started out as walking in the door going, who are all these people, and sitting in the back. And then it eventually it grows. This is a very unconditionally loving place to be. I feel like it has been a vessel for me, and I think I can speak for my husband as well, of personal growth, and really finding a place where it's okay to be exactly who you are. There is never I don't ever feel like I need to apologize if we can't stay after service for some event. It's always like, no problem, we'll see you next week, have a great week, and there's a hug, and there's never a huge apology. You don't need to say anything. It's okay if you come, and it's okay if you don't, whatever works for you. I feel like the membership is a commitment to myself, that I'm putting my money down on a place that, and not just my money, but my belief and my faith in a place that is supporting the bigger picture of what this world what this world could be. And so I believe that the commitment it is contributing to the vessel of good in the world. So that's what it feels like to me, that this is a place that is really needed. And so I support that with all of my heart and soul. Thank you.
And lastly, I'd like you to hear from Paul. He's one of our newest members for the community. Well, a year now, I guess. A bit.
A year and a bit.
A year and a bit.
We all come to a place like CSL White Rock for a variety of reasons. We've shown up at the front door for our own reasons. When I arrived a year and a half ago, my primary relationship had just dissolved. And I was feeling cut adrift. I was feeling lost. I was feeling emotionally homeless. And I found a place to be. We've heard lots about belonging this morning. I was looking for a place to belong. That's what it feels like. We have such a powerful ability, and that's the power of choice, the power of decision making. So it wasn't long before the spring came around. I arrived in November, and February came around, March, I don't remember what it was, and I said I chose membership. This is a place I want to be. I'm at home here. I can be here. And that first decision, that first yes, led to a whole string of yeses for me. Yes to membership. Yes to board service. Yes to leading meditation. Yes to prac studies. Yes to being involved everywhere that I'm asked to be involved. Because I believe in the work that we're doing. I believe in the vision that we have for the future. It's saying yes. And that's a commitment on my part. I'm so glad to be here and to be a part of what's going on. Can I put my board hat on for a moment? This is boring, mundane stuff, but I think it bears being said. Places like CSL White Rock exist because of three things. Because we have a constitution, because we have bylaws, and because we have members. And those three things allow us to be a registered society in the province of British Columbia. It's our legal entity. It's really the legal backbone of CSL White Rock. Because we're a society, we can also be a registered charitable organization with CRA. And that gives us a provision, that gives us the ability to issue tax receipts for giving and for contributions made to expand the center. We have the Constitution. We have the bylaws. They are registered in Victoria. We need members, and that's you. Starts with a decision, starts with saying yes, catch the vision, the decision to be involved, the decision to move us forward. Thank you for participating and making it happen.
Well, guess what? That just saved you guys from my speech. Aren't you lucky? Oh, gosh, that's perfect. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Rhonda, and thank you, Sandy, for coming up and doing that today. So now we're going to move into our next phase of into our offertory. So with that, as we move into this time of offering, let's take a gentle breath together. There's been a lot so far. And in this month of what if giving wasn't about obligation, but what if it was about participation? What if every gift, no matter the size, is a small yes to the world we're building together, better than no gift at all to saying yes? So take a moment now, and if you'd like, hold your gift to your heart, or simply place your hands over your heart and silently bless yourself, your gift of you, and let your imagination rise a little bit. See in your mind's eyes something good that you're longing for. Something meaningful. And now hold your beautiful center in that same loving gaze. See it as thriving. See that imagination filling this room up with people sharing what we've learned, what we've gotten from this teaching with others. And this is a place where a welcoming heart of this community is always available, a place where no one has to walk alone. This is what we're building, and we're doing that together. And so it is. So I ask you, I have a new, actually, so today, so many new things. We have a new song, but I also have a new affirmation. So if you repeat after me, with a grateful heart, I share my good with this beloved community. As I give, love and abundance flow through me. Our center thrives. I am blessed. I am a blessing. And so it is. And now I'll turn it over to our new
And
song.
for our new gratitude song, it's another Karen Drucker song. And I just want to express my gratitude today for my sister being here.
She's visiting.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. 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 Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. 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 I'm so grateful.
Love it. You want to? In a moment. Okay. All right. Thank you. So look how lucky we are today. I think we have all of our practitioners here for our in-person ones, and we have Catherine, who's our online practitioner there. Hi, Catherine. We're so fortunate. And I forgot to mention, as we do the baskets, we also have in these, Reverend Nadine started these joy blessings, and we've kept them up for years now. And I always like to pull one for our online community. So today, the one I pulled for each one of you on Zoom is, as you start to walk on the way appears, by Rumi. And so we know that. So let's take a moment and we bless these gifts, not as money leaving us, but as it's circulating through us. We bless the givers and all that who will be touched by what flows from this community. We bless this center, this beautiful, growing, dreaming community, knowing that every gift, every yes, every act of love makes a difference. Because of you, lives are touched. Here, and then hearts are opened, and a world that works for all becomes a little more real, right here in little old White Rock. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is.
We have 3 magazines for the month of March and April. One magazine for 2 months for $10 on the table, if you're interested.
Yay, thank you, Diane. And I do want to do a quick introduction, just in case people are new. At the end, we have our spiritual practitioner, Jill. And we have our spiritual practitioner, Liv, our spiritual divine mystic, Diane, and and our wonderful, wonderful, amazing spiritual practitioner, Georgia. So if you would like prayer or want to find out more about what affirmative prayer is, please see one of our practitioners. They're happy to pray with you at any time. And I know Catherine is happy to go into a breakout room, I think they're called, on Zoom, and to pray with you as well. And just know it doesn't have to be anything big or earth-shattering. It just could be that you're lonely or sad, or you just want a little more joy in your life. These practitioners are wonderful. This morning, I wasn't sure I was going to make it today. I called Jill and said, I need instantaneous healing right here, right now. And sure enough, here I am. So it works. So yeah, so thank you. So let's stand up for our closing affirmation. And repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening in me right now.
Something wonderful is happening in me right now.
It's this thing called life.
It's this thing called life.
It's this thing called love.
It's this thing called love.
It's this thing called imagination.
It's this thing called imagination.
I know it.
I know it.
I feel it.
I feel it.
I express it.
I express it.
I am it.
I am it.
And so it is.
So it is.
Thank you, everyone. We'll let Michelle close us off. Have a fabulous Sunday.
There be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. We are making a new world now. We are making a new world now.
Beautiful. Thank you, everyone. It's been such a pleasure this morning. You guys are inspirational to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. And stay, have a cup of coffee, and I will see you next week. Reverend Savannah is going to be speaking, but I'll be doing the workshop afterwards. So have a fabulous day, and thanks everybody on Zoom. We'll see you all soon. Have a wonderful day.